and it doesn't happen. So you see that discipline or it will rebel. Okay, so we're saying that we are supposed to be in charge. We are not supposed to be. We should not be. We should not act as if life happens to us, because poor people life happens to them. Wealthy men happens to life. They're always in charge. If someone asks you, how much did you earn last month? You say, I don't know. How much do you spend on transport? You say, I don't know. How much do you spend on feeding? You say, you don't know. Okay, which one have you tracked? Is it the money for investment? You say, you don't know. So you didn't track anything, no documentation, no budgeting. Each time you say you don't know something, it simply means that you are not the one in charge. And you said the club by telling us one thing is always relevant in life. It's either you are working for money or money is working for you. There's nothing like, I don't know, it's either you are currently working for money or money is currently working for you, or you are doing coping mechanism. You're already saving for money to work for you. And the goal of the whole matter is that money should work for you. And the only way money can work for you is to buy an income generating asset like treasury bills, bond, mutual fund, real estate. So something that can give you money independently of your effort. Because asset is anything that appreciates in value that gives you money independently of your effort. That means your effort is not needed. Liability take money from your pocket, asset put money in your pocket. So financial privilege is not only for the young people, it's not for the old people, it's not for the privilege, but for these are all learnable skills, strategy, discipline, and of course decisions. So decisions you made yesterday is what brought you where you are today. You don't like your financial state right now, you have the power to make good decisions today to give a good financial future tomorrow. Do you control your money or money controls you? It doesn't matter how much you earn. What matters is what you do with the one you earn. So the first one was that learn to manage a little if you want to have more. That was the first one. You have to learn to manage a little. You have to manage a little. If you actually want to have more, if you want to have more. So if you don't learn how to manage a little, you can never have more because you always squander it before it becomes more. The he that is faithful in little, to him much is given. So financial literacy, you just have to be learning. You have to learn them from wealthy people, not from the newspaper. Wealth never appears by accident. It's as a result of right habits and right mindset. Poor people believe that financial well-being is about income. And of course, you see them saying things like, imagine if I have a lot of money, I will not be where I am today. If government has helped me, if my father has accepted me, if I'm from a wealthy home, my life would have been much better. That is that one. But the fact is that life already happened. You cannot change your father, you cannot change your mother. Now you can change the circumstances you are passing through right now. So it's never a result of accident, it's a result of right habits and right mindset, discipline and long-term thinking. So living below your means, investing in knowledge, and of course making the right decisions, and taking responsibility for your money today, being in charge. So number two, we talk about saving. So one of the rules that money can work is that you must save, invest, and grow it. So you save the money, of course, invest the money, of course, and grow the money. So it's not about savings. It's not about the amount of money you have. It's what you do with it. So it doesn't matter whether you have 1,000 naira. You can make sure every money that any money that you have to pay yourself 10%, and that money has to be for investment. So money needs to work for you. If money is not working, it's just a paper. That is why money is called cash flow. Money, of course, enjoys the flow, but where is it flowing to? So you have to be disciplined with your money. Don't just save the money because for just rainy day, because it's not the money you save that will save you. It's the money you invest that will save you. So save the money to invest. Yes, you can also have another portfolio for a rainy day. You can have another portfolio for enjoyment. You have another portfolio for whatever project. But make sure you have the one that will work for you, because money will become your errand boy if you actually send money message. Because money is a bad master, is a brutal master. A guy no get conscience, but also is a loyal servant. So it's only being disciplined. I only loyal to people that can discipline money and tell money where to go to. So study money like your life depends on it, because it does. So that's the mean you should invest in yourself. So I said that you should invest in yourself, of course, in yourself. And I said that study money, uh, like your life depends on it. Okay, like your life depends on it, because it does. So okay, so it's just saying that the greatest enemy of financial discipline or financial independence is not lack of money, rather the lack of knowledge on how to manage money. So you need to, the worst thing that can happen to a man is not poverty, but of course it's called financial helplessness, financial powerlessness. So you say, oh, how do you want to do this? Okay, I'm so powerless. I don't know how to raise this 2 million naira. I'm just so helpless. I'm just so frustrated. I'm just so powerless. There's nothing I can do. I like the way people always put it. He said, so if you say you don't know how to drum, then you have to know how to do it. So the thing is this: when you change your perspective about money, when you invest in yourself, everything around you will change. When you prioritize yourself on the subject of money, of course everything about money will change for you. Because the fact is that how many books have you read about money? You want to become a doctor, you must read about 4 or 5 books first semester, second semester, some 9 courses, some 6 courses, as a case may be, some 5. They want to be a lawyer, any professional course. They want money to be loyal to you, you must learn about it. So take action, of course, because to learn today, to get books on money, get to around wealthy people, because we are social creatures. What we copy faster what we observe, what we see. So get around the right people today that are making money their servants. Money is working for them. Observe how they treat money. If you are coming close to me, you see that every money I earn, 10% must be paid first. I'm not just paying first. I must always invest in things that improves me, that will make me, of course, be reputable. I must invest it in things that put more money in my pocket. So I don't like to put my money where I'm sure that it doesn't appreciate, because human beings invest in things that has value. If you value yourself, you will invest in yourself. If you are too busy to invest in yourself, you are doing a disservice to yourself, because you are the main essence. You are the most important factor. Talk to yourself, I am the most important factor. Tell your neighbor, I'm a success. Tell your neighbor, I'm a millionaire. So that leads us to planning. That is number 4. Planning. And I said that, I put it there, plan your money before it leaves you. You have to plan your money before it leaves you. Before it leaves you. So you have to plan for the money before the money leaves you. So money is like an army. It's either discipline or it's rebel. And you are the commander in charge. So live on less than you earn, save and invest for growth. Learn something about money every week. So start today, start immediately. Don't procrastinate. To always be in the right direction with the right attitude, so that money can work for you. Financial independence doesn't begin with financial inheritance or a lottery ticket or coupon or Nigeria or Ponzi scheme. It begins with a notebook and a pen and with a habit. You can sit down and plan your next month. Ask yourself these 3 questions. How much is coming in next month? Write it down. Where is the money going? Write it down. And also, this is for investment, treasury bills. You have to discipline money. Plan for every unstable income. Even for a bad plan is better than a no plan. Because he that failed to plan to fail. So immediately you start planning, you stop acting based on impulse, and you start acting based on financial maturity. So that leads us to number 5 yesterday that we mentioned. Because today we are doing 6 and 7. Number 5 yesterday. So we said that yesterday, as this is building assets. Building assets. And I put it here, don't just save the money, make sure you are buying assets. So don't just save, make sure, don't just save, buy assets. So now, the reason for working, buy assets, the reason for working is not to spend. That's one simple fact a lot of people don't know. The reason for working is so that part of the money can work for you. So it's a consciousness in every mind of an entrepreneur, that every dime that comes into my heart, to come to my hand, a part of it is to work for me. So imagine that my father told me when I was small, or now that you are growing up as a child, every penny you have, 10% is yours for investment. By now, I will not lie to you, I would have gotten over 100, 200, 300 million, even 500, 600, being in one investment, working for me. But you know what I saw? I saw when my parents make money, they spend it. They just spend it to solve problems, because poor people think that the purpose of money is to solve problems. No, the purpose of money is not to solve problems. The purpose of money is to make money work for you. Tell you, no, money must work for me. So, because it's not all the problems you should solve in this life. Some problems die by ignoring them. Some problems expire with time. Tell your neighbor, some problems die by ignoring them. Some problems expire with time. So you don't focus on solving all the problems in your life. You need to prioritize the needs in your life. And I call it delay gratification. What does it called? Delay gratification. You have to find a way for some time in your life, maybe 3 months. I always recommend 3 months, 6 months. Live below. Make sure that every money that comes into your hand, you can save a lot to buy assets. How many times have you made spontaneous purchase and regret later because you didn't make a financial decisions, but you're now emotional reactions to your money? Immediately you start planning your money, you start acting based on goals and not impulse. So I already mentioned buying assets. That money by itself does not give you independence. You must turn it into something that works for you. Don't just work for money. Make plans for money to work for you, because money is a loyal servant, is a very good servant. What skill do you already? What skill do you have? What skill do you know? What skill do you own? What are the necessary expertise that you have acquired that you can package them into money? So some small risk is better than no risk at all, because risk takers are history makers, action takers are money makers. That led to the last way we stopped yesterday, and we have to start it today, which is number 6. So if you are with your note, that means we're going to start. I said that this is called habit. So this is habit. So you must turn them into habit. And as habit is keeping personal financial records. So keeping personal financial records. So make it a habit. Keeping personal financial records. So if you don't track your finances, you are not in control of your life. Let's start from the right side of your notes. If you don't track your finances, you don't track your money, you are not in charge of your life. If you don't track your finances, you are not in charge of your life. If you don't track your finances, you are not in charge of your life. I already said this yesterday. I'm repeating again today that if you ask a man, how much do you earn? He tells you the amount. I earn 100K, I earn 500K, I earn 1 billion naira. So how much did you spend on food? He doesn't know. How much did you spend on transport? Okay, which one did you track? He says he doesn't know. When a man says he doesn't know, he's trying to tell you I am not in charge. That means circumstances decide for me, situation decide for me, mother, parent decide for me. I'm living a man's life. I'm not the master of my story. So I'm not the hero of my story. If you don't track your money, your finances, you are not in charge of your life. You've written that one on your note, shall I? You've not written it down, shall wait for me. Okay, so definitely. So you need to write down how much you intend to spend and how much you actually spend. If you spend without writing it down, it's going to help you and give a clarity on where your money is going. You will see how much you spend on things that don't matter. You will feel in control. And from that control, you will have the peace of mind you are looking for. So tracking your financial consciousness is one mirror that a lot of people don't want to look at. They won't look at how they spend their money, because the truth of the matter is that they are so afraid to see how reckless and careless they are. But on the other side, it will make you stronger. Tracking your money will make you stronger. How much comes in, how much went out, and where did it go to? If I ask yourself this 3 questions, write on your notes. How much comes in, how much went out, and where did it go to? How much comes in, how much went out, and where did it go to? These 3 questions will help you. Number 1, how much comes in? Number 2, how much went out? Number 3, where did the money go to? Poor people are the only being on earth who spend money without budgeting. Federal government has budget, state government has budget, companies have budget. Only poor man spend money without budget. That's why they end up buying the things they don't want. Yesterday I told you, if you buy the things you don't want, that means you are stealing from yourself. A man who buys what he does not need steals from himself. And because there was no budgeting, they end up buying many things they don't want. Because a lot of people don't understand their financial habits. Ask your neighbor, do you understand your financial habits? But my children believe that daddy has money. So whenever I have money, I'll sit them down and say, this is for savings. This one now, I'm giving this money. Give to mommy to remove 10% for savings. So what kind of, because I want them to grow up thinking that money should work for them. I want them to grow up not seeing, they should see money as a tool. They should see money as a tool, as an instrument, as a vehicle to fulfill purpose and destiny in life. I want to see money like that, because if you keep seeing money as the end product, then when I have money, I will not have pressure again. When I have money, I will not have problem again. This is more money, more trouble. Big man, big trouble. Me, I was thinking like that. Did I have 10 million naira? I will not have problem again. My brother and I lie. But did they have 10 million? I have 10 million naira challenges. Yeah, I have 100 million naira. I don't get money. And I lie. Did I got 100 million? That day I know, so you get 100 million naira challenge. Every level is the beginning of a new challenge. Yes or yes? Money does not solve your problem. Money, first, the emptiness of money, you understand? The emptiness of money is too much. Money does not fulfill what it promises. Write on your notes. Money never fulfills what it promises. Money never fulfills what it promises. I will still have to clean this board, but I need to do this right now, so I can do this one. So this one is savings here. So I can clean. This one is savings, invest in yourself, learning, assets, habits, legacy. So I can now clean from here. Let me show you something. Money never fulfill what you promise. This is the reason why we have money. I will show you. And if you're not thinking like this, you will never have money enough. The day you start thinking like this, that's the day you start having money enough. Because I've been doing this, it's like a song for us here. I call this self, I call this others. So don't live for yourself, live for others. If you live for yourself, it's called good idea. It's not a good idea. Live for others, it's called God's idea. It's not God's idea. So if for yourself, you're going to think of a career. It's not career. Live for others, it's going to be calling. It's not calling. Live for yourself, just be a dream. It's not dream. Live for others, it's going to be destiny. It's not destiny. You live for yourself, you're going to have a job. You live for others, you're going to have business. It's not business. You live for yourself, you think about success. Live for other people, you're going to be thinking about significant. They're not significant. Live for yourself, you're going to be thinking about, of course, blessed. They're not blessed. Live for others, you're going to be thinking about blessing. They're not blessing. Live for yourself, you're going to be thinking achievement. They're not achievement. Live for others, you're going to have fulfillment. They're not fulfillment. And so on and so it's a long list. So the reason why we live, the way we work for money, is so that we can use it to impact others, which is the God's idea. It's not God's idea. People that always struggle for money are people that always live here. I'm looking for money, I'm looking for just job, for myself, career, dream, success. God bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me. Change that prayer point and say, God, make me what? A blessing. Your level. So the money is an instrument to fulfill purpose. I don't miss one for you. I normally call it passion. I call it purpose. They're not purpose. Change your prayer point. Money is for purpose. Money is for fulfillment. Money is for significance. Money is for business. You have money is for business. They're not business. And investment. Have money is for destiny. It's for calling. So the purpose of money is to do God's idea. They're not God's idea. If you're thinking of money in terms of myself, okay, you'll never have money enough. It's an ending. It's like rat race. Because no matter how much you work as a job, you can never be fulfilled as a person. Because nobody will give you a plan to become the next CEO of that company. So one of my friends always say, job means journey of the borrowers. But I don't know how true it is. I'm yet to find that out. Is it true? Because I don't know. I'm just asking. That I was saying. I don't know how true it is. So another one says it's just over broke. They are just over broke every time. Before 25th of every month, 95% of salary earners are already broke. Every 25th they are broke. They are looking for who to collect debt. Only few of them can live above, definitely. So you can see the purpose of money is for legacy. Eternal legacy. It's for succession. It's to live for other people. Of course, looking at it today, I want to try and round up this. I have 7 questions for you. So, what kind of money culture are you leaving behind? What kind of money philosophy are you leaving behind? What is money to you? Is just to solve your problem and then you live your life and the rest? No, you cannot be fulfilled. So, money. So, this just link to me. Don't write this one down. So, you may think that you don't have to leave much behind, but I can tell you something very important. You can leave a system behind. You can leave a principle behind. You can leave an example behind. If your children knows how you always live responsibly, invest in knowledge, think thoughtful, think strategically, and make impact to contribute to leave the world a better place, they will take that as a legacy. What kind of legacy are you leaving for your children? Don't just leave a paycheck alone. Don't just leave houses, cars alone. Be like the farmer who documents all his journey of his fish farming or poultry farming, who track all his expenses, who is so prudent in his spending of money, who is too prudent in expanding his farm, and of course, his children saw his book after his death and learned the discipline of being consistent. The guy was so consistent in his record keeping, tracking his money. He never encountered so much loss, the one he could control. But there are so many losses you cannot control when it comes to livestock. But there are so many you can control. He documents everything. That is why he practiced what wealthy people do. Wealthy people document because learning is a royal habit. It takes a king to learn. If whatever you don't document, you cannot modify. Whatever you document, you can modify. Whatever you don't document overwhelms you. Then whatever you don't document overwhelms you. Whatever you can document, you can improve. You can modify. That's how it works. So think big, not just what to get for this month. Form a philosophy of a lifetime. Form a philosophy of thinking beyond yourself. But let's write this down as we begin to ask that 7 question because it's very important. Success is not what you get. Success is who you become in the process. Success is not what you get. Success is who you become in the process. Success is not what you get out of this life, out of business, out of a job. Who you become. Success is not what you get, is who you become. A lot of poor people want to get something. I always tell the poor men ask for items. Wealthy men ask for ideas. A poor man just one item. They always ask for items. There are items. A wealthy man asks for ideas. Don't know ideas. Like, give me ideas now that please manage a little, save, invest in yourself. Of course, plan for your life, build assets, form habits, think of legacy, think of calling, think of destiny. Let money be a tool for calling, destiny, business, significance, blessing, of course, fulfillment, purpose. Whether you change your money philosophy to think in that terms, you find that you have finally become the person that can handle much more. Because he that is, even God did practical with telling you. He gave one 5 talents. He gave one, of course, 2 talents. The parable of the talents. He gave one of the talents. The one with the 5 traded with it. He did business. They're not business. Business means trade, to trade, exchange. He did business. Business means transaction. They're not transaction. He transacted with it. And why did God look at him? Because he was thinking about others. Because the man that transacts, there will be people in the value chain, a wholesaler, retailer that will make money in the process of the end user. So there will be transaction, and through that transaction, a lot of people make money to pay their children's school fee, live in a good house. So he did not keep it to himself. He actually transacted with it and got extra 5. And the one with the 2 got the same thing. But the only one, he was thinking about himself. In fact, he was so selfish, he had to hide it. The master took it from him. They should throw him away. And he gave it to him that has much. So God has given us talents, giftings, everything embedded in us. You need to discover it, develop, and deploy. You have to deploy your talents for people to consume. And me, I don't want to mentor anybody. Me, I want to die. See, whether you mentor somebody or not, you're already mentoring somebody. Your habits are the one your children will pick. Good habits, children will pick. Bad habits, children will pick. Because see, we are social creatures. I keep saying this. A poor man teaches his children what he knows. Man, ask you a question. What does a poor man know? Poverty. So, man, you want to teach your children. What does he know? He doesn't know more than poverty. No. Even their prayer point, they tire me. You see where poor man they pray, I will vex. Every time, God do this for me. God has empowered you already. Stand up with your legs, he will not. See, a child that's afraid to fall will never walk. Yes or yes? Yes. He that has brain sense is expected. Stop praying to God. That's how God, if you say God doesn't answer your prayer, God is not deaf, God is not dumb. God has always answered your prayer at all times and all seasons. Because you want God to do everything for you. You want God to bath you. You want God to cook for you. You want God to cook for you. What if you know what made God do for you? That's I like the story of one wealthy man who went to pray in church, and this guy was shouting, God, I need 20,000. I need 20,000. God, shut up, about come. What he said, collect the money, disappear. Get out of this place. Prayer answer, get out, disappear. Make God listen to me. You are praying for money. Don't pray for money. Pray for value. Turn on value. Pray for knowledge. Turn knowledge. Can't even learn from King Solomon. He wants to say, God, give me wisdom that I may lead. Give me wisdom. So he told you, by wisdom, a house is established. By understanding, the house is okay. By wisdom, a house is built. By understanding, is established. By knowledge, is filled with all pleasant pleasures and riches. So why not ask for certain things? Why not ask for the things we cannot see? Idea. It's an idea. Poor men always ask for what they see. That is the problem. Poor people don't associate with them. Poor people ask what they call crap mentality. What do I say? Crap mentality. True poor men can never help themselves. Run away from poor people. It's contagious. It's virus. They're not virus. Run away. If you ever have a lack in your life, don't worry. I've seen already. Thank you, sir. You have a lack in your life, so you have to actually do something about it. Don't just spend money, create it. Don't just consume money, build it. Don't just live, of course, a life as if you came to this world. The best part is that it doesn't take millions to make a decision. It takes daily discipline of consistent action that will make radical difference in your life. Tell a radical difference. You have to move from strategy to taking control of your money, to saving, to investing in yourself, to building assets. Of course, move from habit to legacy. Tell a habit to legacy. Move from managing to savings. Move from savings to investing in yourself. Move from investing in yourself to planning. Move from planning to building assets to build habits, and habit to legacy. Tell a legacy. Any apply them, because knowledge without action is intellect. Knowledge with action is power. Tell power. So I tell you, knowledge without action. Knowledge without action is intellect. You just acquire some level of information. Knowledge without action is intellect. Knowledge with action is power. Knowledge without action is intellect. You just acquire some information to this, makes you feel good. But it's fair to go and act on it. So I'll give you 7 questions you need to ask yourself. It'll be 10 questions that will decide whether you act on it or not. Knowledge without action is intellect. Knowledge with action is power. Knowledge is only power when it's applied. So you must apply them. That's what separates listeners from those who change their life for real. Some people can attend many seminars and read many books, but never applying anything in them. As I write on your note, knowledge without action is what? Intellect. Knowledge with action is what? Power. The world will pay you for the knowledge you apply, not the knowledge you acquire, not the knowledge you attend the trainings or seminars. The world will not pay you for the trainings you attend. The world will not pay for the seminars and workshops you attend. The world will only pay you for the knowledge you apply. So you can pause and look at the mirror of your financial life and be honest with yourself by answering this. Get a note. I'm going to give you some exercise. In these 10 areas of your financial life, you have to rate yourself between 1 to 10. 1 is that you're not doing so good at it, very bad at it. 10, you're actually doing better at it. This is not to criticize yourself. This is not to make you feel less. This is actually going to put you on a platform where you can see the spotlight to improve yourself. First question you need to ask, write on your note. How confident do I manage my money? How confident do I manage my monthly expenses? Write it down your notes. The first question you must ask. I'll give you 10 questions and we'll close this section. How confident do I manage my monthly expenses? The question you need to ask yourself. Number one question, if you want to apply this knowledge I'm teaching you, write on your notes. How confident do I manage my monthly expenses? Are you always in debt before the end of the month? Are you always owing? Are you always finding yourself incapable, powerless, and helpless at the same time? So if that is happening, score yourself between 1 to 10. How confident do you manage your monthly expenses? 1, you are not doing very good at it. You can score yourself 3. You can score yourself 5. 10, you are very, very good at it. That you can manage your monthly income without not owing anybody, and you can pay yourself, and you are doing perfectly well with your monthly income. Have you scored yourself? If you score yourself 10, shall I? If you score yourself 1, shall I? The eyes have it. So score yourself. Because we come and check your notes. Number 2 question you must ask yourself is this. Number 2 question. How clearly do you understand where your money goes? How clearly do you understand? How clearly do you understand where your money goes each week? How clearly do you understand where your money goes each week? So every week, do you know where your money goes? Do you have money? Do you know the money you spent on transport, on feeding? Can you track it? Is there any document? How clearly do you understand where your money goes each week? So if you have to score yourself. I want to come and see you score yourself. So score yourself. 1, you are not doing too well. 10, you are doing very well. You can score yourself 2. You can score yourself 7. So if you don't understand where your money goes every week, it's already a red flag for you. And it's not a bad thing. It's not to criticize yourself. It's not to belittle yourself, but to tell you that this part of your life, you need an improvement. Number what now? Number 3, write on your note. How often do you invest in your financial literacy? How often do you invest in your financial literacy? What I mean by that, how often do you read books about money? Is it weekly? How often do you invest in your financial literacy? That means in a whole month, you never attend any class about money. Money is never discussed in your meetings. You never discuss how to improve your money, of course. How to acquire wealth education. That means you are poor at it. Put yourself 0 or 1. If you are doing very well, every week we talk about money in one way or the other. How often do you invest in your financial literacy? You score yourself 10. How often do you invest in your financial literacy? If you are doing that every week, like me in our business learning community, we talk about money every week. There's no week we remove the subject of money. Even though I talk about power, significance, destiny, calling, once in a week we bring money. Because this issue of money must work for us. This was the reason why I now decided that, okay, I'm going to build 5 companies so that I will be on the board of 5 companies, so that I will put systems and structure that I don't have to be there, but money will work for me. The reason why I did that was because I want to carry the system structure and also teach you. This is how I decided to go and buy investments, treasury bills, bond. I want banks to pay me money so that I can also educate you. So I want the subject of money to be discussed in families, in home. Because some parents are shying away from money discussion, and their children doesn't even know that their parents don't discuss this, and it's a problem. And because the children feel that money should not be discussed, so they pick that from family. They are giving us hard work. When they come to the business community, they see, discuss me, say, my brother doesn't discuss money. Because they feel that if you discuss money, the children will start laughing at them. No. The children want to really know what is happening in the family. And because when they know, they can navigate themselves in areas that your parents were not doing well. But that is by the way. Have you written number 3 down? Okay, number 4. How detailed is your income and expenses plan for the month? How detailed, the most important thing, underline the word detail, is your income and expense plan for the month? How do you detail it? Are you that very good? How detailed is your income and expense plan for the month? So you must be detailed. If you are very good at it, you score yourself 10. If you are not too good at it, you score yourself 1. If you are doing average, maybe sometimes you write, sometimes you write, you score yourself 4 or 5 or 7 at most. So how detailed are your income and expenses for the month? So all the money coming in, you have a way of tracking it. How the money going out, you have a way of tracking it. So because it helps you know where your money is going, and not just know where it's going, it will help you reveal what you actually prioritize in life. What is your priority? Yes, I know, Mr. Victor. But we must finish this class because tomorrow I have another class for us. Number 7. Number 5. Okay, write it down. Do you have at least one asset that brings you income independently of your effort? Do you have at least one asset? Do you have at least one asset that brings income independently of your effort? Do you have at least one asset, at least one, that brings income independently of your effort? That means you don't have to be physically there and to give you, is to bring money to your pocket. If you don't have, my brother, score yourself 1 or 0. If you have, you score yourself 10. If you know, say you are here or there, you can score 4, 5, 6, or 7. Do you have one asset that gives you, that brings income independently of your effort? Okay. Number what now? How free are you from debt and credit obligation? How free are you from debt and credit obligation? Why I say credit obligation is that some people do what they call good debt. There's a bad debt, there's a good debt. How free are you from debt and credit obligation? How free are you? If you borrow money to invest, it's called good debt. That means you're free. But you don't owe anybody, you're free. But imagine that you keep borrowing money to chop, borrow money to pay transport, borrow Airtel, borrow loan app. My brother, score yourself not 1, 0, 10 or 0. If you keep borrowing money to do Naija bet your future coupon. How free are you from debt and credit obligation? That one, a lot of people will not write that question, but it's fine. I know you will not write it, so there's no need to bother. So, number what now? 7. How regular do you automatically set aside money for investment? How regularly do you set aside money for investment? How regular do you set money aside for investment? If every time money comes to your hand, you bring 10% for investment, that means you are 100%, you are 10. How often or how regular do you set aside money for investment? So if you know that every money that comes, you don't set anything aside for investment, you chop everything, my brother, don't put 1, put them 0. Put them 0. How regular do you set money aside for investment without overthinking it? So if you are not setting money aside for investment regularly, that means you score yourself 1 or 0. So if you are not setting aside money, that means you are doing poorly at it. Number what now? Number 8. Okay, I have to. Number 8 now, Abi? Okay. Do you have okay, if you stop working today, how many months can you live? If you stop working today, how many months can you live? So if you stop working today, how many months can you live without not begging for money, without not borrowing? How many months can you live? So if you're not having an asset that gives you money that you can live for the rest of your life, or you don't set aside some money and keep that, even if anything happens, you can save for 1 month, 2 months. If you cannot live for 3 months, if you start working today, my brother, I tell you the gospel truth. You are not just broke, you are very, very poor. Because, so sorry to say it. How long can you live if you start working today? If some people can live for 6 months, if you can live above 3 months, you are doing very well. Good 10. If you know that you cannot live up to 3 months, please, after today's class, nobody is criticizing you. Go and make plan, keep some money down, or own 1 or 2 businesses that if you start working, this thing will still give you money to chop. So it's a very big flag that if anything happens, that's why people lose their job. The first thing they do is to sell their car, sell their fridge, sell their television. Let me say this to you. No matter how poor or broke you are, or how needy you are for money, don't have the habit of selling your property. Poor people like to sell their property. If you keep selling your property, every challenge that happens to you, I have a bad news for you. You will never be rich and well because life situation will always happen. Now, what you don't understand, you bought that car 4 million naira. Now you sold it for 3.8. You want to go and buy that car now, it's 10 million naira. Hope you know that. You bought that phone for 250,000. You have a challenge, carry it and sell for 150,000. You want to go and buy that same phone, it's not going to be 2, it's going to be 350,000 naira. Yes or yes? Poor men sell their property cheap. When they want to go and buy it, they buy it expensive. Don't have the habit of selling your property. That's what poor people do because of challenge. You can sell the money, property for investment, sell it for, but don't sell it because you are financially down. Because that is the last option you should consider. If you don't have money, the first thing to consider is how to exchange value, being the middleman between consumers and producers. Find products, find services to serve, not to start selling your property. People, the first option on their list is to sell their property. So maybe the first option is to beg. Don't beg. Some people will borrow. Borrow should be the last option. There are other forms of transactions you can have. I told you, money has 5 levels. We have the credibility, we have the integrity, we have the, of course, the leverage credibility, we have the skill and competence before cash. Say no cash. Explore other 4 options. Don't form the habit of selling your property. Number what now? Number 9, second to the last. How often do you talk about money openly with your family? How often do you talk about money openly with your family, with your inner circle, with your business learning community? How often? How often do you talk about money? Some people never discuss money in their family. They don't even know what money is. How often do you discuss about money in your family, in your business learning community, in your inner circle, in your church? How often do you talk about money? Because you're not telling me I don't want money, but you're working for money. I don't need money, but you're working for money. I don't need money, but you say money is not the most important thing. Matter. There is nothing important in life that you will do today without money. Therefore, money is the most important thing. From the transport you pay down here, you need money. From the clothes you wear, from the shoe, you take your sitting down to this money. Say no money. The phone you are carrying now, even the Bible is money. Even your phone is money. The money is not the most important thing, I agree. But therefore, there's nothing important you do in life without money. Money is the most important. But the last one, but not the least. How confident are you that you are passing on financial culture to your children? How confident are you that you are passing good financial culture to your children? Let's put it like that. How confident are you that you are passing good financial culture to your children, to the next generation looking up to you? How confident are you that you are passing a financial culture to your children? How confident are you? So you have to look at the list. Anyone you score yourself less than 8, you need to improve on it. Anyone you score yourself more than 8, that means you're doing well at it. Continue. Write down all the actions and participate in it to make sure you are living the life you truly desire. The secret is inconsistency, because small discipline creates big change. Write on your note, the secret is inconsistency, because small discipline brings big change. So each of these exercises to help you become stronger, keep you closer to your financial independence. It keep you making money discipline to become the ultimate version of yourself. In this process, it's not going to make you feel like a failure. It's to pause every time to check your list to know how you are improving yourself. Success is not an event. Success is not an event. It's not an accident, but it's a lifestyle, a habit, and a philosophy. When you think strategically, act discipline. You act positively and discipline yourself. Live with a sense of responsibility. So assume leadership, authority, and still worship to manage your money. Of course, you're going to make money have work for you. If you don't manage your money, if you don't learn how to discipline your money will surely rebel. If you don't discipline your money, it will rebel. And the truth of the matter is that you cannot change the past, but you can change today and have a better tomorrow. You cannot change the past, you cannot change the economy of Nigeria, but you can change your own personal economy. Your personal economy is not determined by the economy of the world. You have a personal philosophy. You can change your philosophy about money, everything about you will change. If you grow, everything will grow. And that will be the end of my class for today. I really wish I have the luxury of time. Tomorrow, I'll be talking about the thinking class. Not the thinking class.
The thinking class.
Not the class that's subject or slaves. It's a class where men create, where men move things from the 4th dimension to the 3rd dimension, from the invisible to the visible, where men assume leadership over their life, because everything rises and falls on leadership. You are going to manifest whatever philosophy you think about yourself, in your family, in everything you do. And the way you do anything is the way you do everything. I wish I have the luxury of time, but that's the best we can take today. Have a professional advice for the online community, those watching us from US, from Dubai, from all over the world. I want to have an advice for you. Please don't get involved in a business without mentor, because mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that stands on the shore of mentors will see far. See you tomorrow. See you at the top. God bless you. Have a wonderful time. Shalom. That's the best we can take today.